Welcome to Coming Out of the Dark podcast, a podcast like none other, where women are empowered, encouraged, and uplifted to be the best version of themselves. Get ready to come from darkness into light with a passion to fulfill purpose. Here is your host, Miss Lady O.
Hello. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coming Out of the Dark. I am your host, Lady O. If you're tuning in for the first time, I want to share that this platform is in celebration of the life and memory of my beautiful sister, Glynis Marie Boyce. She is the inspiration for this platform. All that I do is in celebration of her life, and what she means to me. I would also like to share that I am not a doctor or a therapist, but I am a certified empowerment coach who is committed to supporting women that are ready to break the cycle of self-sabotaging beliefs so they can build healthy relationships, own their identity, and confidently achieve their desired goals. It is my life's purpose to encourage, empower, and uplift, and I'm honored to do this on this platform. I want to welcome you all to a new week. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I also hope you took time to appreciate the moments and allow those moments to penetrate your mind and your hearts. This weekend, I had several memorable moments to which I am a better person today because of them. This week, I'm going to ask every listener to be on one accord with me. Why? Because this Thursday, November 11th, is my sister's birthday. That's right, we are celebrating Glynis Marie Boyce. Remember what I said at the top of my introduction. She is the reason why I do what I do. And she is the reason why this podcast, Coming Out of the Dark, exists. The love for my sister, who she is in my life, and what she represents to me, I could only compare it to like a breath of fresh air. She is love at its purest form. The day she physically left my life and transitioned to heaven is the day my life also transitioned. She was one of my greatest teachers of life, and today she is still teaching me. I'm learning so much about myself and celebrating her life. Glynis, also known as my sweet pea, was the most loving, kind, generous, and caring, courageous, and bold individual. She loved hard and believed in the best in everyone. Now, perhaps you know someone like that in your life. That person is probably living, or they have also transitioned to heaven. There are things that person said or did that has left a lasting imprint on your heart. Perhaps you're like me. You created something to mark the legacy of their life. My sister was a champion for women. She related to women who has been through tough experiences. She knew what it was like to try to identify your path and believe in greater. She knew what it was like to start from the bottom and rise to the top, only to repeat the cycle again. She knew what it was like to be the treasure box of your stories. She knew what it was like to believe in greater, even when your situation told you otherwise. She knew what it was like to feel pain, heartache, regret, abandoned, depression, and fatigue. However, she pushed anyway. Sweet Pea's spirit and tenacity is the same spirit in which I lead this podcast. Her story is my story, and her story may be yours or someone you know. To be your sister's keeper is to stand in the wings for your sister. Sweet Pea did this for me. She encouraged me to believe in better, strive for greater, and own my uniqueness. She believed in my talents, and mostly, she believed in me, her ladybug. This is what we as women need in our lives. Women to stand with us and say, you can do this. To say in words and in deeds that I love you and your success is like me winning too. I know some of you may even say, this is not possible. This type of sisterly love, it's not possible. I haven't experienced that in my lifetime. But I want to tell you, it is possible. I can say I've known a love in human form that celebrated womanhood and sisterly love in this way. I think sometimes we feel this isn't true because life gets in the way. Arguments, disagreements, jealousy, distance, confusion, lack of understanding, lack of empathy or compassion. All of this can cause women to not trust and give their all to form a sisterly relationship. I'm not saying it's easy. Life absolutely happens, and things transition, causing a shift, which then causes confusion. But the way you find your way back to sisterly love is through the foundation, which is love. Listen, Sweet Pea and I had our disagreements and misunderstandings. But the one thing that was clear and cut like a knife was our love for each other. Nothing was going to come in between that. Not even a disagreement. Disagreements doesn't have to end relationships. It can actually bring you closer. And this is what it has done between me and my sister. I can recall from childhood until that very day on July 6th, the day of her passing. We had numerous discussions. Our disagreements only taught us on how to love greater and understand each other more. At the end of the day, we were going to call each other the next day. And let me tell you, it was going to be several times a day at that. We would say, girl, did you see? Or girl, did you hear? She would just be my perfect partner, just to talk about various TV shows or the little things that I saw out in the street. We had this connection, this bond that's like none other. And I celebrated each and every day. This bond that I'm talking about, this sisterly love and this being my sister's keeper, I'm saying this not only because of my sister, but I'm referring to all women that we interact with. We should be each other's keeper. And I'm sharing my sister's story in relation to see, why does it have to stop at blood? Why can't it go further? Why can't I see your heart and you see mine? Why can't when you cry, I wipe away your tears, and when I cry, you wipe away mine? Why can't it be when I'm going through a tough spot that you would stand in the gap and say, I'm going to go through it with you? Or I'm right here, traveling along the sidelines, championing you along, because I know that you're going to make it and that you have the power, the ability, the tenacity, the commitment, and the determination to see it through, because I see that gift inside of you. And until you can believe it for yourself, I'm going to push you through and encourage you through until you can see it, because I do. I am my sister's keeper. What I'm trying to say and want to get across clearly in this message is, don't ever stop being your sister's keeper. That may look different to you than it is for me. Your relationships are probably defined differently than mine. However, it's defined. Make sure it is rooted in love. Understand how God commands us to love each other. Always be a listening ear and hear the needs and feel the heart of your sister, and vice versa. I'm asking you to do this in celebration of my sister. I'm asking you to do this in celebration of women. I'm asking you to do this as I am an agent to empower, encourage, and uplift women. And this is indeed my life's purpose. We are one as we journey to rid the mess left behind. The mess that's left behind due to hurt, pain, and traumas. We are one as we journey to leap over hills to succeed in life, to achieve our dreams, aspirations, realizations, and manifestation of our purpose. I am my sister's keeper because I don't want to go at it alone. I was called to this mission to empower, encourage, and uplift others, to usher you in love and support as you journey on the other side of pain, hurt, confusion, and rejection, to share with you in the triumphs and help break down the barriers preventing you from experiencing anything different. I am my sister's keeper. And as Sweet Pea and I shared in this special love, I wish above all things that you shall prosper and be in great health, experiencing this love, even as your soul prospers. Happy birthday, Glynis Marie Boyce. A love unto my soul. I hope I have made you proud in the celebration of who you are. Together, we're championing for a greater cause, which is the celebration of sisterhood. Thank you to my sisters, Karen, Virginia, and Barbara, for the seeds you have sown into this mission. Whether it was your seeds of encouragement, finances, celebration, or listening ear, you sowed into good ground. And I pray you reap harvest in the seeds you have sown. You are all a blessing, and I am so honored to call you my sisters. Thank you to the multiple of women who have stood as sisters in my life through your sisterly love. You are the light along my path. Keep shining your love as I keep my eyes on fulfilling purpose. And to you, the listeners, remember, I am my sister's keeper doesn't limit you to your blood sisters. It's a call to action to be in support of all women, regardless of race, ethnicity, and nationality. We can all bond through compassion and through love. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to this special episode in celebration of my sister's birthday. And I would like to share that this is indeed the 1-year anniversary of Coming Out of the Dark podcast. The journey has been amazing thus far, and I am so looking forward to what the next year has to offer. If you would like to continue this conversation, this sisterly love, this sisterly conversation with me, I want to invite you to join me on Friday night at 7:30 p.m., where we will continue this feel-good moment, this sisterly love, and this much-needed conversation. So much get in the way. So much get lost in the mess that life can kick up. I said it earlier this week. Release. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And release. That's what you're going to need to do to form your sisterly connections. Until next time, be the sister you desire to have in your life and walk boldly to claim it, own it, and be it. Have an amazing week ahead. Don't forget to celebrate with me. Like or share this podcast. And most of all, why don't you go out there and just show people how blessed you are?
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Please subscribe to this podcast and like, share, and follow on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, be well, be safe, and be kind to yourself.